Today's lesson is called Oprah Winfrey, the most influential woman today. Day 2. Hi everyone, my name is Jeff.
I am Roger. We're going to continue talking about Oprah Winfrey in today's program, and I have a feeling that we probably wouldn't be talking about her had she not given such a moving speech at the Golden Globes earlier this year. So she's kind of rejuvenated herself. She is now famous again. She's in the public spotlight again, and that's probably the main reason we're talking about her. But we could also be talking about her because people have been saying that she might be a potential candidate for president in the next presidential election.
I don't know if I agree with you there, Roger, but anyone is going to be an improvement over Donald Trump. So, hey, I will cast my vote for Oprah if I have to get that guy out of the White House. But let's not talk politics right now. Let's talk about Oprah. Yes, Oprah might run for president, but that's not the only reason to talk about Oprah. She's probably the most influential woman today, and I was on the fence as far as this topic was concerned last time. I thought, hey, maybe Beyonce Knowles is more influential, maybe Angela Merkel there in Germany is more influential, but after reading day 1 of our article, I am a convert, okay? Oprah Winfrey has been a wildly successful individual. She had one of the great shows in American history on TV there for 25 years, the Oprah Winfrey Show. And since then, she's started a magazine. Started her own TV network. She also earned an Oscar nomination. Basically, Oprah can do anything that she wants to. Anything that she puts her mind to, she's going to do it and do it well. And for that reason, we're talking about her. And also for that reason, she's easily a billionaire. Yeah, she's just that wealthy. She's just that talented, just that amazing. All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. When we come back, we'll start reading from day 2 of our article on Oprah.
Being a charismatic TV host and knowledgeable businesswoman aren't the only qualities that have made Winfrey famous. Her loyal following is in large part a result of her positive attitude and acts of kindness.
大家好，今天第一个单字我们看到的是 knowledgeable， 这个字当作形容词，代表知识渊博的或是有见识的意思。例如 Sam is an extremely smart and knowledgeable man. Sam 是个极为聪明、知识广博的人。接下来我们看到的单字是 loyal， 这个字当作形容词，它有忠实的、忠诚的意思。所以我们可以说 The shop is blessed with many loyal customers. 该商店有幸拥有许多忠实顾客。
Okay, everybody, let's continue talking about Oprah Winfrey here. The first part is quite short, so let's deal with it now. Being a charismatic TV host and knowledgeable businesswoman aren't the only qualities that have made Winfrey famous. So she's not famous only because she's charismatic, and she's not famous because she's a knowledgeable businesswoman. There are other reasons that she is famous as well. So first of all, let's talk about this word charismatic, which describes the word charisma. If you have a lot of charisma, that means you have a lot of charm, a special kind of attractiveness that makes people want to listen to you. Of course, if you want to be a famous politician, for example, you want to have charisma, you want to have appeal to people. They want to look at you and go, oh, he or she would make a wonderful leader for our country. And charismatic is the adjective form of the word charisma.
By the way, guys, I'm sitting next to a guy with oodles of charisma. I am very, very jealous of Roger's charisma. He immediately makes friends with people. The moment he meets them, they belong to him. They're his friends forever because he's got a huge amount of charisma, or he's very charismatic. He's very charming. And yeah,
that's news to me.
Charismatic people like Roger, they become popular and well-liked with others right off the bat. It's easy for them. Charismatic people like Oprah and Roger.
I must correct you, though.
They're able to get along quickly with others. Oh, my goodness. Roger, I know you want to play this down, but without a doubt, you're the most charismatic individual this side of Oprah.
Well, that's nice of you to say, but the truth of the matter is most people totally ignore me, and if they do pay me attention, they usually hate me within the first 2 minutes of talking to me.
I have talked to you for years, Roger, and I've never once thought, I hate this guy. It's always the exact opposite. You're just that charismatic. I guess you don't know it. And by the way,
must be doing something wrong then.
By the way, not only are you charismatic, you're also very knowledgeable. Okay, you're a knowledgeable guy as well. And yes, the word knowledgeable, everyone, describes a person who knows a lot about something. And a couple lessons ago, we talked about astronomy. Roger was extremely knowledgeable about astronomy. He was able to talk about all sorts of things that I had never heard of before. I was really impressed about how knowledgeable you were on astronomy.
Please, Jeff, my modesty, but I was doing quite well in my college astronomy class there. I was very interested in that topic, and hey, I'm thankful that I've remembered some of that information from that time, even though it was hundreds of years ago.
And by the way, that's not all. Roger's charismatic, knowledgeable, and he's also a really good friend. He's a really loyal friend. Yeah, he's a loyal guy. By the way, if someone is loyal, this person has loyalty. Okay, and get this, Oprah has a very loyal fan base. Yes, her loyal following, or her loyal fan base, is in large part a result of her positive attitude and acts of kindness. Now, the more I read this, Roger, the more I think that you and Oprah are peas in a pod. You're both charismatic, knowledgeable, and loyal. Although you are loyal, it sounds like Oprah's fan base or following are more loyal to her, i.e., they support her without end.
Yeah, no matter what she does, they still love her. Dogs are often described as loyal to their masters. That's why a lot of people like dogs. But yes, she has a loyal following. Her fans love her. They've loved her for many years. And that is mostly, or in a large part, due to her positive attitude and her acts of kindness. In other words, that's why people like her. She's positive. She's not negative on her program. She's always trying to look at the bright side of things. She tries to look for the silver lining in clouds and things like that. And also, she has these acts of kindness. She not only hosts this talk show, and she's also charismatic businesswoman who is very knowledgeable, but she also has these acts of kindness, giving money to charity and stuff like that, surprising people, giving them gifts and stuff like that. She is just an all-around wonderful person.
All right, folks, with that, it's time for us to take a break, but don't go away. We'll be right back after this.
If there's one message that Winfrey always tells her audience, it's that anyone can improve their lives through positive thinking. She has also encouraged people to help others. On several occasions, fans have been motivated by Winfrey to perform acts of kindness, such as giving to the poor or building orphanages. Winfrey herself is a shining example of generosity. Believing that education is the key to a brighter future, she has given away close to $400 million to build schools, fund scholarships, and support other educational causes. In recognition of her contributions, Winfrey has received numerous honors and awards.
第二部分我们看到的单字是 motivate， 这个字当作动词，代表激励、驱使的意思。例如David's decision to go to graduate school was motivated by his desire to get a better job. 想得到更好工作的渴望，激励了 David 决定去念研究所。接下来我们看到的单字是 orphanage， 这个字当作名词，它有孤儿院的意思。例如，城里的那所孤儿院接受失去父母的孩子。英文可以这么说 ：The orphanage in the city takes in children whose parents have died. 再来，我们看到的单字是 generosity， 这个字当作名词，它有慷慨或是大方的意思。所以我们可以说 I was able to pay for the summer classes due to my uncle's generosity. 因为我叔叔的慷慨，我才能够支付暑期课程的费用。
Okay, let's talk about the next part of our lesson. If there's one message that Winfrey always tells her audience, it's that anyone can improve their lives through positive thinking. So she probably has a lot of things to say to her audience. She has a lot of messages, but if you want to talk about one message that's the most important, well, that message is that anyone can improve their lives through positive thinking. Okay, that's her main thing here. Have positive thinking. The opposite, of course, is being pessimistic, having negative thinking. Oh, I'll never do it. I can't possibly do it. Who's got the time of day to do this kind of stuff? But no, she says, no, think positively, okay? You have to think about what you can do and stop focusing so much on what you can't do.
Yeah, and on top of that, if you went on Oprah's show, let's say, or you talked to Oprah, she would not put up with your negative attitude. She'd say, hey, I grew up poor in Mississippi, and I was abused, and I still made something of myself. So give me a break. Stop being so negative. Be more positive. Be more of an optimist. Don't be a pessimist. Now, that's not all. Oprah, she has also encouraged people to help others. Get this, on several occasions, fans have been motivated by Winfrey to perform acts of kindness, such as giving to the poor or building orphanages. So there you go. People love Oprah because of her acts of kindness. But get this, on top of that, she also gets others to do similar things. She gets people to perform acts of kindness, or she motivates people to do so. Now, if you are motivated, by the way, everyone, you are inspired. Yes, to motivate someone is to give someone a reason to do something. Then we also have this word orphanage to talk about. An orphanage is an institution or some place where orphans are raised, cared for, and also educated. By the way, an orphan is a kid without parents.
Absolutely. So she's not only kind herself, but she encourages others to be kind, give to the poor, and help build those orphanages. Now, Winfrey herself is a shining example of generosity. Generosity is the quality of being generous. Gee, I'm really grateful to the generosity of my family and friends during this difficult time. I could say, for example, generosity, and we often use this as a noun. Well, it is a noun, of course. You could also say honesty. That's related. If you put ity at the end, it turns that adjective into a noun. To be generous or to have generosity.
Yeah, me? I have been amazed at the generosity and friendliness of the people in my neighborhood. These people are just so generous. They're kind and they're giving of themselves. They give to me and they're kind to me well beyond the call of duty. These are generous people possessed of unbelievable amounts of generosity. Anyways, moving on, the next sentence says, believing that education is the key to a brighter future, she has given away close to $400 million to build schools, fund scholarships, and support other educational causes. And by the way, Oprah can afford to do this. Remember, she's a billionaire, or maybe a billionairess is the way that you say that, one way or another. She does have the money to spend to do this. She does have $400 million to spend on whatever she so chooses.
She's probably done this over the years, but she does believe that education is important. It's the key to a brighter future. You got to go to school. You shouldn't quit school and start working for your family business or something like that, or run away or whatever. Stay in school, get that education, and she wants to help people get that education, so she's given away a lot of money, close to $400 million to build schools and to offer scholarships to children so that they can continue their education. She also supports other educational causes, and in recognition of her contributions, Winfrey has received numerous honors and awards. So in recognition of, people have recognized these things have done, so as a result of those contributions, she has been recognized. And she has been given numerous honors and awards, maybe some kind of honorary degree from a university or something like that, or an actual humanitarian award or whatever, because she has done those things and because people have recognized those things, she has received all this recognition.
There you go. People have acknowledged her contribution, so they've given her numerous honors and awards. That's what's going on here, folks. With that, our article is almost through. In fact, only one paragraph remains, and we'll start reading from this paragraph right after a short break.
One award that Winfrey won this year was the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Outstanding Contribution to Entertainment. During her acceptance speech at the Golden Globes, Winfrey highlighted the racial and gender inequality that continues to permeate every corner of society. As always, though, Winfrey offered hope, urging today's girls to never stop fighting for their rights. Her speech electrified the audience and received global attention, even prompting some to say she should run for president in 2020. Given her considerable influence, that idea may not be so far-fetched.
第三部分我们看到的单字是 gender， 这个字当作名词，它有性别的意思。例如，这张表单要我填入姓名、年龄及性别。英文可以这么说 ：The form required me to fill in my name, age and gender. 今天最后一个单字我们看到的是 prompt， 这个字当作动词，它有促使或是鼓励、提示的意思。例如 The need for money prompted Aaron to quit school and look for a job. 对金钱的需求促使 Aaron 休学去找工作。
Okay, now everybody, we're going to talk about what has been happening with Oprah Winfrey in recent years. One award that Winfrey won this year was the Cecil B. DeMille Award for Outstanding Contribution to Entertainment. This is some kind of award that is given to somebody who's made outstanding contributions to entertainment. I guess they give this away at the Golden Globes.
There you go. It says, during her acceptance speech at the Golden Globes, Winfrey highlighted the racial and gender inequality that continues to permeate every corner of society. And folks, if you haven't heard this speech yet, or you haven't seen it, I should say, go on YouTube and watch it. It is a stirring speech. Anyways, before we move on, we've got a couple of things that we need to talk about. First of all, we've got the word gender. Gender refers to the state of either being female or male. And right now, people in America are upset with the fact that men seem to make more money than women and hold more positions of power than women do. So they're not happy with gender inequality. People think the genders should be equal, and I support that idea. Further, we have this word permeate to talk about. To permeate is to spread through something.
Right, to permeate every corner of society. I could say, for example, I walked past the Italian restaurant and the smell of garlic permeated the air. They use a lot of garlic in Italian cooking. So here, racial inequality, gender inequality permeates every aspect, every corner of society. It just seems to be everywhere, especially in the United States or throughout the world for that matter. And as always, though, Winfrey offered hope, urging today's girls to never stop fighting for their rights. I think this speech was especially effective because of the recent allegations of Harvey Weinstein, did I say his name right? And other celebrities who have been accused of sexual harassment, that gymnast coach or whatever who abused all those girls.
Nasser.
Yeah, Nasser, that nasty boy. He shouldn't have been doing that kind of stuff. And, of course, her speech, therefore, is all the more important in light of all those events that have been coming to light recently.
There you go. Now, more on her speech. Her speech electrified the audience and received global attention, even prompting some to say she should run for president in 2020, which, by the way, I am in support of. Like I said before, I think she would make a good president, and I think she would make a much better president than what we've got in the White House there right now, that Donald Trump character. Anyways, we've got two things to talk about in this sentence. First of all, we've got the verb electrify. To electrify something, okay, is to impress and to excite. to impress and or excite. We're not being literal here. No one is getting electrocuted. No. Further, we also have the word prompt. It says here that this prompted some to say that she should run for president. Here, the word prompt is similar to the word cause. Yeah, if you prompt something, you cause something or bring something about in some way.
Indeed. So people suggested that she run for president in 2020. Given her considerable influence, that idea may not be so far-fetched. Given or considering that she has all this influence, hey, it may not sound like such a crazy idea. Far-fetched just means it's just kind of ridiculous. It's something that people would not believe. There's life on the moon. That's kind of a far-fetched idea. There doesn't seem to be any indication of that. Or the world is flat. That's pretty far-fetched. Scientists have pretty much proven that the world is round. Okay, that brings us to the end of our program for today. Let's hear once again from our Chinese teacher.
各位同学大家好，我是 Hanny。 我们来看今天的文法重点。课文第一部分的第二句提到说 Her loyal following is in large part a result of her positive attitude and acts of kindness. 她忠实的追随者多半是因为她积极正面的态度还有善行的缘故。那我这边要介绍一个副词片语 in part， 它表示在某种程度上。那么 part 的前方你还可以加上修饰语，像是 large、Great, good 等等来表达说在很大的程度上或者是多半怎么样。那这个意思就跟 largely 或者是 mostly 或是 mainly 差不多。举例来说 Eddie is in large part responsible for the problem. Eddie 在很大的程度上要为那个问题负责。好，那顺便补充一下，当 in large part 要搭配表示原因的片语介系词的时候，有一些习惯的写法，那要请同学们注意它摆放的位置，像 due to 或者是 thanks to， 这时候你是要把 in large part 摆在片语的中间，变成 due in large part to 或者是 thanks in large part to。举例来说 Their success was due in large part to their hard work and enthusiasm. 他们的成功主要归因于他们的努力还有热忱。好，那课文倒数第二句有提到说 Her speech electrified the audience and received global attention. 他的演讲让听众振奋不已，而且得到全球的关注。那句子里面的动词 electrified 它有使什么电气化，使什么通电的意思。那这边很有趣哦，同学们想象一下，当我们很兴奋的时候，好像全身被电到，全身通电一样。那 electrify 这个字就有使什么兴奋，使什么振奋不已的语义。那顺便补充一下 electrifying 在字尾加上 ing 变成形容词，它也可以用来形容非常激励人心的，令人振奋的。好，另外有一个形容词同学们应该知道 electric 它是形容电的或是用电的，那这个字也可以用来形容令人振奋的，或者是令人觉得很紧张刺激的。好，接着读到最后一句 Given her considerable influence, that idea may not be so far-fetched. 有鉴于它庞大的影响力，这个想法或许不是那么遥不可及。那句子里面的 far-fetched 就是用来形容不切实际的、牵强的或者是难以置信的。那我们这边来介绍 given 的用法。given 当介系词，它表示有鉴于什么，考虑到什么什么。它的后面我们要接名词或者是 that 子句。那 given 在这边意思就相当于 in view of 或者是 considering。那要特别注意的是 given 它引导的子句或名词通常会用逗号跟主要子句隔开。举例来说 Danny did surprisingly well on the test, given that he didn't study much for it. 鉴于 Danny 他考前没有念什么书，他的测验考这样出奇的好诶。好，我们再看个例句 Given the circumstances, I think we did well. 考虑到那样的环境情势，我觉得我们已经做得很好了。好，那以上就是今天的重点整理，我们来回顾今天的单字吧。
Knowledgeable. She is very knowledgeable about all kinds of desserts. Loyal. Dogs are loyal to their owners. On the other hand, cats are more independent. Motivate. We were motivated to study with the promise that we would get a reward for good grades. Orphanage. John grew up in an orphanage after his parents passed away. Generosity. They prove their generosity by giving most of their earnings to the poor. Gender. Please indicate your name, age, and gender on the application form. Prompt. Kathy's sympathy for orphans prompted her to donate money to the charity.
Discussion starter starts now.
All right, Roger, it's time for our discussion starter. Are you ready?
I am.
What is the most impressive thing you learned about Oprah from this article?
Well, I was impressed to learn that she went to just some basic down-to-earth university, Tennessee State University. I would have assumed that someone with her stature would have gone to Stanford or UCLA or Harvard or something like that. But she just went to a good old basic local university in the good old state of Tennessee. How about you?
I didn't know that she now has her own TV network. So that really impressed me. I knew that she had her own show and magazine, but an entire TV channel? That just blew me away. Okay, everyone. With that, today's article is now complete. But, as always, we sure hope that you guys have enjoyed reading along with us. Anyways, I'm Jeff.
I am Roger.
See you next time.